Good morning, 7:30 a.m., 9/24/2017. This was another concern that I thought should be addressed, and I will put the search results in the description. Before this, I had mentioned, at least for a year back, I called it the Hair Follicle Debacle. In fact, I'll probably title this screencast that very thing. But this was another way that people were put into prison wrongly. Wrong, false, whichever. False imprisonment. Wrongful convictions. This is a science. Sciences are supposedly exacting, okay? But I started down here because it drags the whole U.S. into this. In 2015, U.S. admits FBI falsified evidence to obtain convictions. The scandal involves about 2,500 cases in which FBI examiners gave, bloop bloop, back up here to the title, falsified evidence. Okay, that's pretty simple. I mean, sometimes you leave a little bit to your imagination when it comes down to reading the descriptions of these results, right? Excuse me. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of screwed up families. U.S. 2,500. You might as well call this 2,500 cases. 2,500 families that were screwed up by this, that the U.S. now admits. Get what I'm saying? Even in Canada. Here's one above that, 2016. This Canadian lab spent 20 years ruining lives. How would you like that to your credit, huh? Okay? On death row for the wrong hair. Now, when I had this person that was over here helping me, that I hired through a friend one time down here, I showed her my notebook that I started on this very thing of articles, okay? And I didn't know it when I did. The level of anger that would surface from this person who, before that, was very smooth and obviously unruffled on the surface until we struck on this. And then she told me why. And it was because her husband had been on death row for many, many, many years. And so she sat there poring over these articles, and I could just see the fumes coming out of her. She was raging. You know, everything was seemingly peaceful, or at least peaceful enough, you know. There was no anger raging, that's what I'm saying. But I could see the underlying upset. But she was very, 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 very glad to find this out. And I'm glad I could share that with her. Just like with the people across the street when they came over introducing themselves. At first it was just the guy, and then he brought his wife or fiance. They're supposed to be getting married or whatever. And we spent a few hours discussing some of this, because his dad, as a Vietnam veteran, a decorated, honorably discharged Vietnam vet, also falsely imprisoned So it's like I moved down here and this is starting to come together with the different ones. And there are probably more people. I just can't, I won't name them. I'm not ashamed of them. They have nothing to be ashamed of. But if they want to name themselves, that's totally up to them. Okay? I'm going to leave it with that. That's safe for me. That feels right. To just not, I don't know if they have channels or whatever. I'm not bringing even that into it, okay? So, and then that was the one we just talked about right here, the death row or the wrong hair. They know these things. They know it's going on for a long, long time. Because look at this one. We had already touched on this one. 20 years of ruining lives. That's 20 years of ruining families. Entire masses of families. Because of hair follicles. Do you get this? People, this is very important. And I did have a go-to article on this that I recalled several times and went to it and shared with this one and that one, the next one. But this says the latest was 2015. Well, what we'll do is go over here, tools, click anytime, past month. And see what that'll bring up. Because this falls under the category of manufactured files, altered documents, drug testing forum topics. No, that's not what we want. Just gonna kind of swoosh through here. I mean, that's enough actually. I could go back one, and then what we'll do, we'll just change the search term. Get them out of it for now. We can come back to it. Test scandal 2017 and see if that helps us any. You know how I am. I want to be helpful. Okay, hair testing back on NRL. Not sure what that is. Agenda after drug scandal. Oh, the Players Union. Okay. Titans. DOP accused of smoking pot. Okay. Facts versus myths of passing a hair drug test. I don't know. That's not really helping us any. So, I mean, if you didn't do anything to begin with, you don't have anything really to fear, except for someone manufacturing evidence on you or manufacturing a case against you. And I do have a big, if I can find it this morning on my Facebook, a big note I had started, but I went to a note this morning, and I had started yesterday using the folders. You can add your posts to folders. I'll show you if this will come up real fast. When you make the post, there is a little option. I'll show you right at the bottom where it is. Okay, here it comes finally. See, oh, it's to an album, not a folder, but I added this one to False Confessions. That was the previous Memory Hacker YouTube video I did, and I added some tags, okay? I added all these tags. But when you go to make the post, if I can get it to go this fast this morning. It's almost breakfast time. What are you all doing sitting here watching my videos? This one right here. Okay? Between the smiley and the check-in. this showed up not too long ago, and I just recently started using it. I went through a whole bunch of my posts and was putting them in albums, and then it'll show up over here in featured albums. You see, I featured 2 of them this morning, or whenever. This morning I have 2 featured. How does that work out? Then you click it and it'll take you to them. See, it's not just for photos anymore. But I don't like that they integrate the photos with these other topics. See here. And you just push the little button like I said. Alright, I'll leave the links. Thanks for watching.